market for a Super Mini with a premium badge, your choices were fairly limited. In fact, the only option you'd have was the BMW Mini. So when Audi launched the A1, things started to change. Yes, it was more conservative than the Mini and other quirky alternatives like the Fiat 500 and DS3, but the build quality was also far superior to mainstream rivals like the Ford Fiesta and Vauxhall Corsa. If you look carefully enough, the A1 is virtually the same car as the Volkswagen Polo, Seat Ibiza and Skoda Fabia. After all, it is part of the same family. However, it's been given a unique look and packaging to make it stand out. Some of which includes a wide angular grille that looks like it's been ripped straight off an R8 supercar. Audi is famous for its interiors, and just because the A1 is the budget model of the lineup, it doesn't mean they've held back. Okay, the interior might not be as polished as an Audi A8, but let's be honest, you'd really struggle to find something to complain about in here. Overall, the interior is superb, hinting towards Audi's rally heritage, with a dash that arcs around the driver, making you feel really immersed in the action. What is really impressive is the touchscreen infotainment system, which features things like satellite navigation, DAB, and it also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Plus, there's the 10.25-inch virtual cockpit, which we've seen on other models in the range, and it works wonderfully. Space was one of the biggest criticisms of the last generation A1, and that has been rectified with the latest model. Unlike its predecessor that was available as a 3- and 5-door, this version is only available as a 5-door, which means getting in and out of the back is nice and easy. A longer wheelbase means there's more cabin space, good news for passengers in the back, and a boot that now has 65 litres more. Now 335 litres with the seats up, 1090 litres with the seats down. There isn't a great deal of choice when it comes to engines. The one we're driving at the moment is a 1-litre turbocharged petrol engine which pumps out 114 brake horsepower. That's badged 30 TFSI, and it comes with either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed automatic. Other engines in the range include a 94 brake horsepower version of the same engine. There's also a 1.5 litre petrol which churns out 148 brake horsepower, and a 2-litre which pumps out 197 brake. As it stands, there's no plans for a diesel. As we mentioned earlier, the layout of the interior hints towards Audi's rallying heritage, and some of that has carried through to the way it drives as well. The steering is sharp and responsive and gives you plenty of confidence. It's beautifully weighted, and there's an excellent blend of sharp handling and cosseting ride. In fact, the only thing that really stops it being a hit with petrol heads is the fact that it's just lacking a bit of power. But I'm sure that'll be rectified if they decide to do an S1 version. Thankfully, the A1 is very affordable to drive. In fact, it's not too dissimilar to the Volkswagen Polo and Skoda Fabia. Drive it carefully and it should return an average fuel economy of 56 miles per gallon and emissions of 111 grams per kilometre of CO2. So to sum up then, the Audi A1 is a well-designed and well-packaged Super Mini. It's the cheapest way of getting behind the wheel of a brand new Audi, and it's more practical thanks to that longer wheelbase. Plus the technology that's on offer puts it at the very top of its class. Now it may not be at the top of its game when it comes to driving dynamics, but you never know. That could all change further down the line.